What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. My name is Nash, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how to apply for jobs on LinkedIn. I think LinkedIn is one of the best platforms when it comes to applying for jobs and making the process a lot easier and faster. Now, before you even start looking for jobs on LinkedIn, a couple things you need is going to be filling out your entire profile, right? So that means putting a picture, a professional picture, your name, your job experiences, so jobs that you've worked before, and a bunch of things. Just fill it out. It tells you exactly what you need to fill out. So I'm assuming that you already have a LinkedIn account and you're looking to use LinkedIn to look for jobs and apply for jobs, which is what I'm going to be showing you in this video. You can also get LinkedIn Premium, which is what I have. So you get, I think you do get a 30-day free trial that you can use. So if you are applying for jobs, 30 days of a free trial is more than enough. You should be able to get some replies within the 30 days, and you can cancel it before you have to pay for it, which is what I did. So I have a premium account which I'm going to be showing you here, and there's some advantages that it comes with, which I will show you in this video. All right, guys, as you can see, I am logged into my LinkedIn account. So once you log in, you want to go to jobs here. We're just going to be right here. So click on jobs. And there we go. So there's going to be lots of things here which can be a little confusing, but I'm going to break this down. So if it's your first time using this, what I recommend is essentially just going to search by title. So let's say I was looking for a business analyst job. So I can simply search, business analyst, right? And it's going to ask you if you want to set an alert. So if you have your email connected, it'll email you any new business analyst jobs. So for now, I'm going to go ahead and just exit out of this. All right, so once you look this up, it's going to give you a bunch of different jobs here, right? So before you start applying to any of these jobs, you want to narrow down your search, which is going to help you, if you're looking for a specific location, a specific job, this is going to help you. So the next part is going to be, let's say we have location here, right? So I live in Texas, San Antonio. I'm going to go ahead and change this to San Antonio, Texas, right? Something like that, okay? All right. Now we narrowed this down. You can see that there's 6,442 results. So these are the jobs that popped up using these, instructions here. Business analyst in San Antonio, Texas, right? All right. So if you move down here, you're gonna see that there's more options that you can use. So the first one is gonna be, obviously looking for jobs here. So you want to make sure that you have jobs selected here. But the first one is gonna be the date posted, right? So this depends on what you are trying to do. So one of the things that I like to do if I'm applying for jobs, I like to go with the past 24 hours first, right? So when you do this, it's going to allow you to kind of like see the jobs that were posted the last 24 hours. And when you do this, you might be the first applicant, right? You always want to try to be the first one. You don't want to apply for a job that already has 90 different applicants, and this tells you, right? So if you do past 24 hours, so let me go ahead and hit, and it shows you, it's gonna narrow down the results to 250, right? We're going from like 6,000 to 250. Now you can see that. So if I click on this, right, the first option here, you can see that this was posted 9 hours ago. There's already 37 different applicants. So one of the things that you should aim for is to be one of the first applicants, right? Because your resume gets looked at faster, and maybe you might get a callback, faster that way, right? You can look at other ones here. You can look at this over here. It was posted 22 hours ago. There's only 10 applicants, which is one of the good things that you see here. That how many people actually applied to this. Now you also have the actively recruiting, which kind of like shows you they're actively recruiting people, right? It's not just a one-time post that they're doing. And if you go to the bottom here, this is where LinkedIn Premium actually helps you, because you kind of like get more insights, right? So it shows you how you compare to other applicants. So it's looking at the 10 other applicants that we saw on here, looking at their resumes and comparing it to yours, looking at their profiles and comparing it to yours. So you can see that there are 10 applicants, 2 applicants in the past day. And you can look at, it tells you kind of like the skills that you have, the top applicant skills. And it says I have 2 of the 10 most common skills, between all the other applicants as well. And you can kind of like get the education of the people that are applying. So if you see here, there's 5 different, people that have 40% of the people have a bachelor's degree, master's, and it tells you the location as well, people that are applying. It also tells you some company insight when it comes to how they've been hiring for the past 2 years. Let's go down here. And there's lots of things that you can actually analyze using LinkedIn Premium. If they might be helpful to you or they might not be helpful to you. So let's look at another one here. You can see that this was posted 4 hours ago. It has 22 different applicants. So one of the cool things about LinkedIn Premium is you can actually email the recruiter. They call it the in-mail or something like that. But if you have LinkedIn Premium, you actually have the ability to email the person that is hiring, right, or that is recruiting, that is listed as the person that posted the job. I think you have a limited amounts of these. So this allows you to kind of like get, to actually directly contact the person, right? Because you have LinkedIn Premium. So if we go down here, it shows you here, there are 22 applicants, kind of like the same information. Let's see here, same information here. All right, cool. So that is what I try to do, right? So if I do the past 24 hours and I don't see anything I like, or I see that all the jobs, like there's nothing I like here, I can even narrow this down. You can go to past week, and you always want to end with past month, right? Because sometimes I believe that sometimes if you go past month, right, it's gonna show you jobs that were posted within the past month, right, that time frame. And sometimes these jobs will get filled, but they'll forget to take them down, right? So that's why I try to avoid all like old old postings, because sometimes the positions are filled and they just forgot to take it down, and you still have people applying and you don't hear back because the position is already filled. So that's what I try to avoid. So I try to go to past week and past 24 hours, and if there's nothing here, I'll go to past week or so, right? So let's leave this on past week. All right, the next part is going to be the experience level, right? So this is where it comes. If you're just graduating from college, obviously you want to apply for entry level jobs, right? If you are in college, you want to apply for internships, right? If you are, if you've graduated from college, you've had maybe 2 years of work experience, you go to associate, which is what I did when I was applying for jobs, because I've had almost 2 years work experience, right? Which counts as 2 years. But go to associate, you can do entry level, and do so. The more options you select, the more the more jobs you're shown, because you kind of like making it wider. But the goal should be to narrow it down to things that you actually want to do, right? So what you don't want to do is apply for executive when you're just graduating from college, right? It does not make sense, all right? And there's not going to be as many jobs as well. So let's do entry level and associate for this. Go ahead and hit show 1K plus results. All right, there you go. Now, if we go to one thing I do want to show you is if you have LinkedIn Premium, it shows you if you'd be a top applicant, right? So it compares your profile, your resume to the people that already applied. So for this one here, it says that premium tip, you'd be a top applicant. So it's kind of like compares you to the people that ever applied to this job, and it sees that you would probably be a top applicant, and you can apply to this one. All right, next part is going to be the company. So this one, I don't recommend selecting any companies here, simply because this is going to limit your options. You want to open up your options unless you want to work for a specific company. Then on that instance, I'll show you how to do that here. So this one, I usually leave this like this from if I'm just applying for jobs and I don't really care about the company that I'm going to be working for. This one, I usually leave it like this. You also have the job type. Sometimes you're looking for a full-time job, so you want to make sure that you select that. Or if you're looking for a part-time job, make sure you select that. This is going to allow you to avoid, if you want to work part-time, it's going to allow you to avoid full-time jobs or internships or temporary jobs. You actually only look at part-time jobs. I'm going to go ahead and hit full-time. Now, we also have on-site or remote, right? So some people enjoy working on-site, some people enjoy working remote, and you also have the option to do hybrid, right? So for me, I don't really care, so we can do all of this, okay? Don't really matter. All right, cool. So these are the settings, the most important settings that you can use to, kind of like narrow down your search, right? So once you do this, let's look at some of these jobs here, right? So we can look at this one. So let's go to, we can look at HEB. So HEB, we're gonna look at this one actually. All right, cool. So one of the things I do, obviously, you're gonna go ahead and read the description, the job itself, some of the skills, and you can, if you have LinkedIn Premium, you can look at this. It's not really necessary, so you don't really need LinkedIn Premium, but if this is something that you want to look at, then you can go ahead and get LinkedIn Premium. But it's not really important. It tells you how much they've been hiring. This looks like they've been hiring a lot. But other than that, you go ahead and hit apply. So for some of these jobs, they'll take you to the job website, right, where you can actually apply. But one thing I want to show you guys is going to be these jobs that have the easy apply little badge here that you can look at. So if I select this, these allow you to apply for the job within LinkedIn, right? You don't have to leave the website to apply for the job. So if I was going to apply to this HEB job and I hit apply, it's going to take me to the HEB website where I have to actually log in and do this and that. So the easy apply jobs are usually people's favorite. So if you apply to the easy apply jobs, you're going to see that there's always going to be a lot of applicants because those are super easy to apply to. So what I try to do is you can do those first. You should knock those out within the first like 10 minutes, 20 minutes, right? Once you do those, you can actually do the jobs that you have to go to the external website, because a lot of people are going to avoid these jobs where you have to go to the external website because it's a lot harder, it's a lot more work, so they'll rather do the easy apply. So if you want to have more chances, actually apply to these jobs that take you to an external website. If it's an HEB job, it's going to take you to an HEB website. If it's a Accenture job, it's going to take you to the Accenture website. Okay, so those are the basics of applying and looking for jobs on LinkedIn. Now let's say that you wanted to work for a specific company, right? Because some people actually do want to work for a specific company. What I would do is I'll go ahead and search over here. Okay, I'll search for, let's say I want to work for EY, right? So EY, do that. And instead of selecting jobs, I'm going to go ahead and reset everything here. I'll go ahead and select companies here. Now, this is the company here, right? EY, go ahead and click on the company itself, all right? So once you do that, you're going to go ahead and go to jobs, which is going to be right here. So hit jobs. There we go. So once you hit jobs, you're going to see that it tells you the total amount of jobs that are open. So there's 45,000 different jobs. Obviously, these are in different countries and things like that. That's when you really have to narrow it down. So what I would do is first it's going to show you recommended jobs for you, right? Which are going to be based on your profile, right? So that's why it's important to fill out your profile as accurate as you can, because LinkedIn is going to recommend a bunch of jobs for you, and if you filled out your profile accurately, these are going to be close to accurate. All right, I'll show you more jobs over here. You can even go down here, shows you the most recent jobs. If you click see all jobs, click on that, this is going to take you over here. Right now we have the same the same options that we had before, but this is just focusing on one company, right? So now you can actually have the same filters. We go to past 24 hours, right? There's 2,000 jobs. You can even narrow it down. Let's say Texas, all right? Texas. Now we only have 144. Now we can go to let's do entry level, right? There's only 9 left, right? So it keeps getting narrower and narrower. And there we go. We have 9 different jobs from EY that you can apply to. All right, guys. So that is pretty much it when it comes to how you can apply for jobs on LinkedIn and how you can look for those jobs as well. The process is really simple. It should take you no more than an entire day to apply to a good amount of jobs. So let me know if I missed anything, if you want to add anything else to this. And also make sure to go ahead and like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. But I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.